To politics here, because Nigel Farage has been defending his decision to return as UKIP's leader just 3 days after resigning. He says he stood down as promised after failing to win a seat at Westminster, but he has been persuaded to change his mind by his party. He's been speaking to our political correspondent Alex Forsyth, and it seems even he can't quite believe what's happened.
For the tape, can you introduce yourself?
Nigel Farage, leader of UKIP.
So you are leader of UKIP.
Yeah.
You resigned 3 days ago. Now you're back in post as leader of UKIP. Doesn't that make a mockery of your resignation?
No, I resigned. I said I'd resign. I turned up to the NEC meeting yesterday with my letter in my hand, fully intending to carry that through and to put a sort of caretaker administration into place, which I proposed to our NEC, who unanimously said they didn't want me to do it. But more than that, presented me with petitions and signatures from and statements from candidates up and down the country saying no, it would be a bad thing for UKIP, we're united behind you. And actually, ironically, Nigel, the one thing you've spent your whole career in politics trying to do, namely to get an EU referendum, now that we have a Conservative government, it's happening. It's beginning already. And so I left the meeting and went and sat in a darkened room to think about what to do, and decided, for the interest of the party, but particularly as this referendum campaign is starting, that I would accept their kind offer for me to stay and tear up the letter.
You portray yourself as a man of the people, a politician that keeps his promises when others don't. That just completely undermines all of that. It undermines your credibility as a man who keeps his word.
Well, I did keep my word. I did keep my word.
For 3 days.
I said publicly I was going, and I was a bit surprised. I mean, in any political party, it's very, very rare for a national executive to be unanimous about something. I certainly hadn't expected it, and I hadn't expected the warmth of feeling, and quite frankly, emotion that was expressed from that meeting to me. So if the elected representatives of our membership are unanimously behind me staying and think it's a mistake for me to go, then I did tear that letter up, and it wasn't what I expected to do yesterday at all.
You've constantly said that UKIP isn't a one-man band, that there are others in the party that can take on the role. Well, this just disproves all of that. No,
it doesn't disprove it, but what it does show is there is very, very strong support for my leadership, and there is a feeling within UKIP and within the NEC that given the extraordinary events of that general election, this dramatic swing that happened towards the Conservatives for fear of the SNP, that in those circumstances, for us to have got 4 million votes actually was an incredible achievement. And there's also a feeling that we fought the most positive campaign of all of the big parties. So actually, UKIP, far from being downbeat about only getting one person over the line under first past the post, UKIP actually is feeling very bullish, slightly angry at the electoral system, demanding change, but believe you me, the party's not going away. It wants me at the helm.
Nigel Farage. Now it's 11 minutes.